That simple. You know, jump social medias with it. Take it off Facebook. Put it on Twitter and Instagram in chunks. Let it be known. You know, it's 1,000 ways to share information. Send somebody some emails. You know, I don't want to do all the work for y'all. I could just drive to Chicago and knock on this door. He don't want me to do that because that's not how we supposed to do it. We supposed to get the people to draw us together with the force of that feeling of being ready to surrender from the wickedness and be delivered into righteousness. That energy is supposed to make y'all put me and Farrakhan across the water. See, we across Lake Michigan from each other. If you know your prophecy, you know what I'm talking about. I have to talk across the water to Farrakhan. But it has to be openly in public. Now, how was that possible? Social media. It wasn't possible back then to yell across a whole ocean or lake to talk to somebody across the water. Read the signs. They're all right there. But the people got to get involved. It's over. Ain't no more suffering. This is my watch now. Y'all on my watch. Y'all don't have to be scared no more. You understand me? All of these wicked motherfuckers, as these next few months roll on, finna start falling. They not gonna be able to stand within the glows of righteousness. And so, y'all have to do y'all part if y'all want to break this cycle. Because my only other alternative is total destruction and annihilation and start from scratch. The minister already know that, and that's what his concern is that the people are not going to do their job in drawing us together openly. So that's why they banned him from Facebook. They trying to get y'all attention focused on him. And then they also trying to keep him from seeing me. But it's too many of us with this social media on our phones and laptops and stuff. We can get the message to him. And it's not a secret. We can't do it behind the scenes. We got to do it in front of people. You know? If he want to, they can FaceTime me. The minister can FaceTime me. We can have Zuckerberg watching. Zuckerberg know. Zuckerberg know who I am. He know I'm here. Because he the one gave him the file when I told all them demons to run and get low and all them celebrities start damn near paralyzing. Like that. You know, they start freezing up because they little symbiotes that they was tricked into drinking in that little wine ceremony. It's a little worm in there. It's called a symbiote. And it take over the athlete and live half of his life. And he like in there like that movie that they Key and Peele put out when they had put the black people in there and the white people in their mind. It's a symbiote. It's a worm, a parasite. And they are really, really, really negative in energy, drive. They want to take all of the wealthy and they want to vicariously live through the wealthy by taking them over as a host. They give it to them in a wine ceremony. And they tell them that they initiating them into some Masonic rite. They tricking them. It's deception. They not going to never give the ones that they think might fully wake up anything to fully wake them up. But they tell them they are. That's the deception. They giving them something with a parasite in it. And so when I put that post up, Zuckerberg forwarded to Washington. Because before that I had put up Matthew 10:34 to let them know that I come not to bring peace but a sword in case they want to get unruly. No, I know how to spank them. Now, they little puny God, Yahweh, punk ass, in Lil, who got y'all under the system of levy and lean. For those who don't know what an anagram is, the word lean is an anagram for the name Enlil. So he was the one that they called Yahweh, and he was the one who was the prince of the air. That was his title. And he was the one who grafted or ordered the grafting of what they called Yakub's grafted devil, or the Adam Kadmon, which was the Gulam. He was a Gulam, and he was animated with enchantment. And I can't go all, I done went into that story on some of my other lives, but to really, really, really lay it all out, I have to tell the full story at the recompense of the righteous when we adjust the workers' contract. Because Mama said that's the first thing we have to do before we start with the process. We have to make it where those people can be comfortable while we go through a transitional phase from this old system to the system of righteousness. And so we have to do our part first. That's to get the CEOs, the three kings, to march down there to Orion or to the manger, so that the Son of Man, being raised there, by the Sphinx, that master with the lion's paw, that jinn that Solomon fell in love with, born under the zodiacal sign of the Leo, that broke the seal on the heart. So the sun has to rise out of Orion because he is an Orionos. All of these resurrection stories was to tell y'all there is only one resurrection. It's the Osirian resurrection. And so that is to let everybody know there's nothing left to fear. It's over. And there's some strange people that's not on my death row. And I think the minister can help me with that. I think he know they are. So they slid between the cracks some kind of way, between life and death, because I don't see them physically doing what they do according to their energy signature. But they're not on the death row either. So maybe they some of the ones that were speaking and reporting on the condition. So share the message. Go to everybody. If everybody in here shared to everybody in their friends list with the tag, share this message with everybody in your friends list. Of course, everybody not gonna do it, but maybe we can get enough of us to do it to make it worth it. And this is the message. Farrakhan, we ain't ducking and we ain't hiding. I don't got no security over here. I don't need none. I'll call some shit out these stars that'll light their ass up and they already know it. Don't worry about it. The messenger told you that I was going to make sure that I take care of y'all. He told you no righteous guy going to leave a righteous servant stranded in an unjust world. Got to remember that, Farrakhan. You got to remember the lessons that the messenger gave you about a God of righteousness versus the imposter. You got to remember. So, you good. They can't do nothing to you. Let them try it. It's not going to go good. Matter of fact, it's going to go real ungood. I like to use little made up my own words too, throw some ebonics in there because I don't believe in being politically correct. Because being politically correct means I'm all right with this oppression. From where I'm at. Oh, hey, Farrakhan, make sure you call T.D. Jakes and tell him that was a warning for him to get that wobble out of his character, and he know what it is. I'm not going to put his public business out there unless he make me judge him publicly. I'm not going to put his personal business out there unless he make me judge him publicly. Farrakhan, call him up. That's your brother. I know you love him because I didn't see you in interaction with him. Tell him get that wobble taken care of. He'll know what you're talking about because he know where he wrong at. Fix it. Creflo, you on your own, buddy. Creflo Dollar, you on your own, hustler. You don't never hustle the righteous in the name of the Most High, man. You don't do that. You're on your own. You're going to be judged for what you did, by what you did. You ain't going to be condemned. The stuff you did, whatever you did, your compensation for what you did is going to be equal to that. So let's hope that you got enough righteousness in you to have enough righteous people want to see you have a righteous end, because that's the thing right there that I hate the most is the people that swindle people in the name of the Most High. That right there, blasphemy. And so, Reverend Hen, I seen you rolling your Rolls Royce up with that tall ass mansion. You know, you could have spoke the gospel of Christian, man. You didn't have to come over here trying to mislead my people on this side of the water. You should have never did that, Reverend Hen. Wait. Yours ain't coming yet. But it's coming. You're going to be judged for what you did, by what you did. According to your works, and according to the measure by which you have judged others, that's what you're going to be judged by. So just better hope you put some good works and some good judgments in, because I know you put out a lot of hypocrisy, you know. And so I need to get into a ministers meeting with FOI. Fairkind need to order the big three down here to adjust the contracts to these people openly and in public, because they always tricking them in the back door. So we ain't going to do no back door willing and dealing with them. We're going to do some out front raising and healing with them. That's what we're going to do. When we leave, they going to feel better about making the people feel better. Because there's no way that you can call yourself a human and like to see other humans suffering. And anybody that want to see other humans suffering don't need to be here. They can leave. And we can provide transportation to a place where it's that kind of reality that they can live according to what they think is they heaven. Oppressing people, there's oppressive galaxies. But you got to work your way up over lifetimes to get to be the oppressor. And then you can only be the oppressor for so many lifetimes. You got to start all over, being oppressed in the cycle. That's where they got the deception that put us in this trap from one of them galaxies. So, it's some more, you know. And I'm end this video here because it was just to get the orders out openly, publicly, social media, and allow y'all the opportunity to spread the word. Let's see if y'all want to stay oppressed, because if he don't get a press conference, that means that y'all want to stay oppressed, and I can just go ahead and kick back and just wait till shit start falling apart by itself, and y'all start begging for it to be put back together. We can do it that way too, but we don't have to do it in secret. We don't have to do it in secret. We got to do it open. It got to be open. It got to be public. It got to be announced. You know, somebody already gave the final call, so all of the calls is over. Now it's an announcement to be made. And the first one is the recompense of the righteous, where the Christ is identified, and then that lion gotta say, you know, issue that challenge, since they want to call that man hate monger and, you know, inciting violence. They gotta bring the accusers forth. So whoever it was is telling them that he is all of that, they have to show them publicly to the world, you know, and they gonna have to present why they say that this man is an unrighteous man. What did he do? And when they get done with that, they got to make sure they didn't do the exact same shit they saying he did. And then he got to be guilty of all the shit they say he did too. But he'd already been found to be righteous before the throne of heaven and earth. So any accusations that they doing, they probably going to fabricate like they did Cosby and create stories for y'all to believe. And y'all don't know when people reading the script. That's sad. That's when we really fell from grace. When the people that invented script writing in the first goddamn place don't know when somebody is reading the script. Cosby, I'm not saying that he wasn't doing those things, but it's not the way that the story was presented. That was his thing. Him and girls get high with pills together. And they made it seem like he was flipping the Mickeys, and y'all fell for it. They read that script right in front of y'all, and y'all fell for it. And they knew they was gonna use that against him at this time because they know I have to come and tell y'all Cosby didn't do that, and them girls was reading the script. That's not how it went down. Yeah, he had sex with him except for that one that looked like a man. Yeah, he didn't touch him. But some of them girls he did have sex. Some of them he never seen before, never touched before. But some of them that he had relations with, it was like the boys in the '80s that used to give a crackhead a rock for a sexual favor, and then they turned it into a rape and saying that he was slipping the Mickey to him. That was their thing back then. That came out of the '60s hippie culture. It was common. It was common for them to take the pills to prepare for sex back there 35, 40 years ago. It's not common now unless you in rave scene where it's common with ecstasy and all that BS like that. That's what they did. That's what they did behind the scenes. I can read the files off the Akasha. I know what happened. I know them girls was reading the scripts before I even read it off the Akasha. Basically, Bill Cosby was tricking, and they turned the story into a rape. He ain't raped them ladies. He was tricking with them. And then they used the stories, and it made them seem believable if they keep enough of the story close to how it happened, but they had to put in what they call the key words. Because the key words got to tie everybody's story together. So they all got to make the key word is going to always be the same because it's the only thing that's tying the story together. It's a script. And all these black forensic readers, none of them said nothing in defense of Cosby. All them black kids he done sent to college, and y'all think that he got time to be trying to rape some of them nasty sluts. And all he can do is pay her. That's what he did. Even the one that they had was the sealed file. When you read it, they try to make it slanted like it was other than what he exchanged drugs for sex. It might be immoral, but I don't know if it's illegal. It might be that too. But that ain't what they charged him with. They didn't charge him with exchanging drugs for sex. Because either way, they wanted to defame him so bad that his own people not see how to defend him, and they turned on him too. All of them women wasn't touched by Cosby. And the ones that were actually in relations with Cosby, he was tricking. He was tricking behind his wife back. She knew he was tricking because she felt it. She ain't say nothing because of Bill keeping his discretions and not making her look bad in public. So she tolerated him, man of that much influence, being influenced by that many different women. But if he was going to drug some women, he never did it to Felicia Rashad. He never did it to Stacey Dash. Oh my goodness, was she gorgeous. And then you look at some of them women that look like Gilla Gorilla talking about he stuck something in their drink and y'all don't see through that. Y'all got a problem. So I'm here to clean all of it up. Clear it up. He was tricking. He got caught tricking. And they twisted the story to turn him into a rapist, and you fell for it. And R. Kelly, ignorance and naivety. He should have never told nobody he was the Pied Piper R&B, and he'd have been all right. They had to get rid of him at this time because they thought that he might really be the Pied Piper. They couldn't have did that. So, y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what need to be done. Get the minister the message. And with that, I say I love y'all. And let's get to a better life. And let's get to a brighter future with this. No secret with it. Out in the open. Public. They going to see how the difference between how the devil move and how a real God move. And it's not a very big difference. It's not a very big difference. It's an obvious difference. The difference ain't big. It's obvious. They got to do shit in secret because if you know what they're doing, you know they're doing something wrong. My mama said what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. That's my job. Bring it to the light. And with that, you did right, Farrakhan. You put me on full blast like you were supposed to. That's how I know that you got information that you needed. You did it. We here. This is Judgment Day. This day 7. We got 2 more 7-day periods to move. So I need to see your ministers. And I'll talk to y'all later. All right. So now we know who and what are you is from lectures from Malachi York. Right? So now we're going to go deeper to show, first we're going to show the human as a mammalian hybrid reptilian. All right. So pull up